I didn't even pull back up the comments yet. I have it on YouTube on my phone, and then I have the StreamYard up, but I was still looking at the branding, making sure I'm hitting the right order. I was
Uh-huh.
ready to hit the countdown before I hit the live button. Can't take a week off, I tell you. All right. So how has your couple of weeks been?
Mine's been pretty good. I wanted to ask you, I was just looking at your picture. Are you wearing a nose ring in your picture?
In that one,
In
no.
that one?
No.
Oh, must
Because
just be
that
an
one was taken a
illusion.
while ago. Maybe it's a freckle? I don't know. I do have
Mm.
freckles. They're not like super dark, but
All right, so that was a fail. I thought you were wearing a nose ring. I was gonna be like, look at you.
there is I did post one on Twitter once where I was wearing a nose ring, but it's fake.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those little like you put it there because I'm like one of those like too scared to do the commitment but want to see what it's like. And then
Mm-hmm.
now
Oh
then you
yeah.
have the whole thing like you're over 40, can you really pierce your nose and get away with it? Although my
Yeah.
my best friend has one and I like it on her. So that's what kind of makes me, can I
I
get
think
away
you
with
can
it?
have them over 40.
True, true. But then there's also like I feel like my nose is pretty big to begin with. So I'm like, do I need more emphasis on my nose?
Well, I
Anyways.
I never wanted like the big hole in my nose. I was always afraid that like as I would get older it would get huge or something. Like I don't know, it kind of weirded me out a little bit.
Oh, Huggy. Huggy. Snuggy, you just hush.
Huggy, you just snush.
Yes.
Grandmas with nose rings. I mean, there's
There's
gonna
the
be a
new
lot
video
out there
live.
soon. I mean, there's gonna be grandmas out there with tattoos on their faces and
Grandma's gone
big
wild.
gauges in their ears. I mean, yeah. Grandma's gone wild.
There you go. So yeah, and you guys had let's see, we had a pretty successful chat last night. I thought it went pretty well. For those that didn't see it, feel free to hit up Danger Vanessa's channel and rewatch that. And then you guys, I didn't get to watch yours live because we were live at the same time.
Yeah,
But you guys did Ode to the 70s.
we did. That was probably the most fun I've had thus far with the music subjects. I'm really excited. So we're doing going decade by decade.
Yep,
We did 50s, 60s, 70s, and then next will be 80s probably in 2 weeks. I think we're doing them like in sort of like 2 week runs.
yep.
So yeah, pretty excited, and it was a lot of fun. We had a good time. We had Derek Clay was on with us last night, and JP from New Orleans.
Yeah, yeah, Rain
Yeah,
Radio. Yep.
yep, yep, good
I
fun.
know, I did watch some of the show, but, like, when I was watching, I'm like, "Oh, I was listening to the '70s when I was, cooking a little bit early," and I'm like, "Oh, this song, and this song's good, and this song's good," and then I was watching some of yours, and I'm like, "Oh, I forgot all about that song," and yeah, '70s is definitely a pretty good decade, and it's a wide variety of stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. We
Um,
can. I think what we're gonna do is branch like after we go through the decades, maybe wrap back around and do genres because we always get so many suggestions, and so you
oh,
just miss so
yeah.
many. There's no way in a couple hours to cover the entire decade. It's just not
No,
possible.
no, and then, the '80s are gonna be pretty
Oh yeah,
crazy too.
we're trying to
Yep.
strategize the 80s because that's my jam right there.
All right. So before we get too far, let's say hello to the people in the chat. Besides, we'll ignore Snuggy. All right. So we did have Phil being the first one here that says finally. I know he reached out last week. It was kind of funny, and was like, "Hey, you guys doing a chat?" And I'm like, "Nope." And then the next day he's like, "You doing your show?" And I'm like, "Nope." I was like breaking his heart left and right. I think he was looking for the promos for his campaign because as most
Lost
of us
pages.
know, Lost
Hmm.
Pages 3 is out. Yep, which that is an option we can look at. We also have Shadow Hawk Talks. I
Yeah.
read this and I'm like, what are you talking about? And now that I see it, I can't unsee it, Mr. Von Stugel. So, who did that cover? Is that a Shane cover? But anyways, it's the Starlight Cats cover where you got Rebecca in the background, the cats in the front, and then it's kind of like almost a side profile of Rebecca.
Uh-huh.
And Mr. Fonsuka says every single time he sees Mike Miller on Shane's, he sees Mike Miller on Shane's cat book. I'm like, yeah, yeah, I see it.
So now you're always looking at it going, yep.
Yep. All right, and then we have Snuggy, and yes, I was bacon, not I am baked. I am a bit stuffy from the cold I am getting over, though, so I do apologize for that. Hail the Mo. So Mo does have another suggestion, and it is actually valid. Not that any of his suggestions aren't valid, but some are cringe. This one's not quite so cringe. So we are comparing the old and the new Crom campaigns today. We may not go back to the old Crom, but the new Crom is definitely something we can look at.
Wait,
Um, which Mo,
do you
you
want to
might
clarify? Did they relaunch
yeah.
that?
Mo, you might want to give a little more details because I don't remember who or what it was, but I know there was somebody. I don't think it was the Chrome Dog things. I think it was something else. So he is definitely gonna need to clarify that. But I saw the name and then I'm like, I immediately knew he'd be saying something, and he said something. Um, so then, so Snuggy says, "Please, no grandma's gone wild." Now, Mr. Von Sugel, I did see DWAG in Finatra's chat this morning, so there has been sightings. I know he hasn't been getting around a lot lately, but I did see him this morning. So Yucky Gum is here. Hello. And then
Hello, ladies.
a row. Is that like a Scooby?
It could be, or it could be a very insulting accent that he's trying to duplicate. I'm not
Hero.
falling in that one, Amanda.
He's calling us heroes. Ah, Yucky. Thank you. We also have Eric the Guapo here. It says the 80s, the decade's world's most handsome man was born, and you need to make sure to include that in your show when you guys do it.
Yeah, we'll announce the 80s most handsome man.
Yeah.
Born.
Oh, we have Olivar here.
Hi, Ollie.
Oh, RJ, the fourth H guy. All I remember for sure is Bancroft said Crom could be a huge hit. Oh, maybe it's not launched yet. Let's see. Maybe we can double check. And then we also have Phil. That is back. Oh, it just skipped. Oh, it's Chinese.
Okay, Yucky. I was just
Scooby,
giving
not
her
Chinese.
the option
Okay, so
to
it
be
was
accurate.
Scooby. That's how I took it, but you know, I guess I'm a Scooby-Doo fan. Okay, so let's see. We did have a sneak in. Hey, Nick. Oh, Hicks Villain. Someone's saying hi. Oh, I miss Hicks Villain. Sorry, Hicks Villain. You're sneaking in. Dang. Okay, stop clicking. So what do we want to look at? Because as you know, for most of you, this show, we pull up some campaigns, mostly of things that have recently launched and are underfunded, just to get eyes on them. We look at the campaigns, pick out what we like, what we don't like, potentially do some suggestions. I know I have to go back to the old shows and add some links and stuff. I've been slacking on that. But hey, I guess it'll give me an excuse to repost them on Twitter and get some new eyes to them. So once I fix them up, I'll be putting them in there. Hey, hen. So I don't know if we want to search to see if the Crom thing, it probably hasn't launched, Mo. That'll probably have to be a future thing. But we do have like iVengeance. Let's see what else came out. Scroll through my stuff that's still up from last night. So we have iVengeance that came out in this past week, Shadow Century Origins, the Mythicals, Cyberfrog Dark Harvest, Zombie Sama, although those are have reached goal. For Phil, we could look at Lost Pages 3. We could look at No Cover. We haven't done that. Forsaken Gods by Fresher Luke. That came out, I want to say in the last couple of weeks. That is still underfunded. The Hybrids Double Features, which has a role-playing game and the trade paperback. Let's see. I don't know. What does the chat want to see?
Different book.
Oh, I think my cat's trying to. I hear some clicking. I think my cat's trying to break down my bedroom door.
Yeah, Mo said that the Crom it hasn't launched. It's just a sign up, but it does have art. I do have the sign.
Okay, I'll share it so we can look at this real quick. This is the Crom that we're referring to, but it hasn't launched yet, so we won't actually go into it. Mr. Von Stugel. That's what we all want to know. All right, so the Destroyer early bird sign up gets your free poster with your order. I'm guessing that's folded poster, whether or not you like those. All right, let's scroll down and we'll see some art.
All right.
Scroll up just
I was
a
gonna say,
little
did you
bit.
want to read that?
Yeah, frustrated in his attempts to find an honorable death on the battlefield, an ancient king makes his way into the dark recesses of the world and gets more than he bargained for.
Variety of posters available as both 11 by 17 pinups and as 8.5 by 11 extra large heavy cardstock cards.
8.5 by 11 extra large. That's paper size. I wouldn't call that extra large. Anyways, moving on. 64 pages, 3 chapters, 1 continuous thread. The art does look good.
Mm-hmm.
Mo says Crumb already had an honorable death, and I see you, Eric. I won't pull that up. That's funny. All right, so I think we have a couple people that would like to see Lost Pages, even though it hasn't. Hicks Villain is wondering where the little green dude. Not the same one.
No.
Even though it has already funded. So I guess we'll pull up Lost Pages and we'll see what we have time for the remaining.
Bow, bow. Okay.
All right. So this is Crimstone. So this book is mostly focusing on Crimstone. I would hope that most people, at least the people in this chat, have heard of the Lost Pages. I'm pretty sure I've seen you all in the same circles that I've been around in. So he's gotten over 18K, which is good. They're doing well. I think that might be the best start they've had thus far for one of their books. I could be wrong. Phil could definitely correct that if I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I'm also reading. I get distracted easily. So I guess this is the boner that Eric the Guapo needs to pick with the Lost Pages. So
you said you weren't going to say that.
I lied. So this is why he can't get it by himself. Good question. All right. So we're scrolling down. Actually, no, we wanted to watch videos, right?
Trailer? Yeah, sure.
You said there's a couple of trailers.
Wow.
Isn't one abbreviated though, Phil? So it's like we'd be watching the same thing twice.
Maybe I'll just watch whatever pops up here. And
yeah, I think he said Vaughn did them.
Okay. Because they don't continue, right? Or if you just hit play, it should only just play one at a time.
Right? I believe so. And then I'll pull up some other things you guys have been watching.
They don't get too fancy. Okay.
I remember childhood without any friends. Just me and my imagination. So I made up my own friend. Crim's my best bud. I don't know what I'd do without him. But there's some things we should keep locked away. Not the imaginary friends, but the imaginary fiends. Crim, where are you?
Wow, okay.
So he says the first one is Chance Cut. So that's what you played was the first one, right?
Yes, the first one that popped up.
Yeah, coming in at what, 30, how many seconds? 57 seconds?
Yes.
Okay. Let's play the second one.
Okay. I think it says, is Chance better? Okay, so this is Chance maybe.
We trimmed off like 20 seconds.
I remember childhood without any friends. Just me and my imagination.
Great ads, thank you.
Kids could be little demons. It was hard enough dealing with the ones in my head. But When you meet a real monster, that's when you grow up fast. I couldn't deal with it alone.
That's a great scene that's missed.
My own friend.
Nice touch on the bouncing boobs, boys.
He's my best bud. I don't know what I'd do without him. But there's some things we should keep locked away. Not the imaginary friends, but the imaginary fiends. Krim, where are you?
All right, so it seems really weird to have
Look at
Wastoid
that.
with his name, and then she's like begging where Krim is. That part seems weird. I like Shant. It gives more of a punch, but there's some good scenes that got cut out.
I like them both. It was sort of hard to. I don't know. I like them both. I'm a sucker for a good trailer. I really, really like both of them. They're of the probably of the better ones that I've seen, in my opinion.
I'm
Oh,
assuming this is
I
in
love when
regards
they animate the
to
images.
yeah. I'm assuming this is in regards to the main lady of Crimstone, which is not Krim because Krim is the big person.
Before she discovered Twinkies.
Yeah. All right, and they're also talking about doing a magazine, a Crom magazine. Come read our magazine. All right, so it's a 70 plus pages in the third volume of Lost Pages series. The hobo returns to tell a tale of Crimstone, Jazz, there's her name, and her imaginary friend Krim. When a series of children go missing in Chicago, they find out that not all monsters live under beds. After Krim gets locked in Jazz's mind, they meet Wastoid, the imaginary fiend able to manifest in the real world. The duo must fight alone in hopes to reunite, save themselves and the kids. You can order the previous books there. Wait. Click that link. Where does it bring us?
Oh, zadecomics.com.
Are the first and second books not available on the campaign? Go back.
Let's go.
Sorry, go back, please.
She's getting bossy. She's getting upset. What? All right, you want me to zip through here real quick and see?
Well, yeah. The tome, it's all the past books, right? I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, both covers. The monster pack, which I think is the various covers.
All
right.
Bill said they are. They are on the campaign. Maybe was it that first one?
Okay, so he does say they are. So that just seems weird to me, Phil, because why would you want to take them away from your crowdfunding page if you're offering the same exact thing on the crowdfunding page? It seemed weird to me. Like buy here and buy here. And while you're at it, buy over here. But I don't know. He'd get more of the funds if you're buying it from their page, or I don't know. What if he said something like, check out our other books here? I don't know. It just seems weird to me. Hey Jason, thanks for joining.
So that is the only place you can get the first two is on the website. Did we confirm that? Am I confused?
No, he's saying if you want to read the books now, they are available from the site and shipped tomorrow.
Okay.
But you don't say that specifically.
Well, we haven't read anything.
So they are as add-ons too.
Okay.
George has been busy. I haven't seen him around CG, but he's been busy. Okay, moving on. We got the Dan Dahl cover with Shelby Robertson inks.
Very nice. Alternate Crimstone back cover. Oh, I like this. That's cool.
The Simon Bisley cover. I did say the other night that I was not a fan of this Bisley cover, so I will say it
Oh,
here
really?
too. Yeah.
I just thought it was neat. It's a little different.
Yeah, a lot of people like Bisley. I haven't seen anything I'm really liking. You got some interior pages.
I like her mask, how it's the face.
They did, correct me if I'm wrong, Phil, but I'm pretty sure back during COVID when you did Lost Pages 1, you guys offered that mask during COVID, which was kind of an interesting add-on or stretch goal, I think it was.
Well, that was clever.
Nick is saying he needs to order 1 and 2. Mo Biggs is saying that he really likes, except for her, he likes it, except for Abs are a little weird looking.
Oh,
There's Wastoid. That must be an interesting.
This image is pretty awesome. Money flying everywhere, and it goes right through the middle of his chest. Whoops.
Pretty crazy. Wait. No, that's an arm, right? Because you see the face. I'm looking over at the right hand side of him, and it almost looks like eyes and teeth. But I think that's an arm. I don't know if it's eyes or if it's teeth or bottle caps or whatever, but it almost looks like a second head. Maybe it is.
Could be. It's not his knee because he's got an eyeball and teeth coming out of his kneecap.
Above the lady.
Oh, here.
Well, right, the 2 white things there. Yeah, looks like eyes or teeth or something. Yeah, that makes me think a second head.
And what do you think of these? The images the
gifts that are doing that? I kind of like them.
I do too. They're not too busy. They're nice and simple.
Nope. Although it's okay, no, it does make sense. I was like, although that's Matte Black that he's showing there, which is kind of weird where this is a Crimstone thing, but I know she is coming back some way somehow, and right here is where it says it. So pick up where we left off. The book begins with Matte Black's confrontation with the silhouette. So 10 pages drawn by Dan Dahl. So it looks like that's going to get. Is this separate or part of it there, Phil? But I think Matte Black's my favorite character thus far. And hello to 24.
Hey, 24. Yeah, this looks really good.
Now I like the interiors that Dan Dahl does better than the cover that he's doing for Lost Pages 3. Because I believe it said Dan Dahl is doing all 10 pages of the interiors. I believe this would be one of the interiors. And I like this image.
I mean, that looks like a Dan Dahl boob, if I do say so myself.
Are you an expert on Dan Dahl boobs?
Well, I mean, I don't know. They just have a certain. They always have a little glowy kind of bulb on the. Am I wrong?
Well, if you got some round, you need to show dimension. You have to have some glowy somewhere.
Well, yeah, but I think that's a signature. I don't know. I feel like I could pick out. Maybe not in a full-time lineup, but it looks like his.
You know, the only boobs I can probably pick out would be Boob Dan boobs. I'm
yeah,
like, that's a Boob Dan boob. Let's see. Mo Biggs here says Phil does a good job with the campaign pages because essentially it's another form of his favorite activity, show and tell. And Nicholas is here gloating, saying that he bought the splash page. That is a good page, though.
Oh, nice.
And I'm highlighting everything. Mr. Von Stugel, this book will be drenched in booty juice again. Ew. All right, so the monster pack. So this is where we're going into details as to what's in the book. Catch up to me. All right, so leave it where it is on the main campaign page, but can we find the tier that goes over the monster pack? All right. So maybe it's just me. And kind of weird that they choose the monster pack first and then the monster packs last on the thing. I'm assuming because I think they do it price wise on Indiegogo. I don't think you could pick the order. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe that's just a Kickstarter thing. But this seems redundant to me.
Well, if it does put it in a particular order and puts it last, maybe this was because it is one of the more expensive tiers. Maybe this was just a way to put some extra, shining a light on that particular pack.
Maybe. All right, we'll scroll down, see what of the main campaign, and we'll see what it has to say. But it's pretty much the. But then it goes in. Wait. So it focuses on one tier, and then goes into add-ons. Hang on, that's part of the book. Just the prologue.
That was your question before when you were asking here.
Oh, right. Okay. It's in the book. Okay, thank you.
Right.
Yes. Glad you're following along on that part. So yeah, that just seems weird that he has the monster pack just randomly thrown in there, the one tier, and then he's going into add-ons. All right, what do you think of the figure?
I think it's badass.
It is pretty cool.
Mhm.
Although they come gray. Like, I think you can paint them yourself. They won't come colored. So this is false advertising, Philip. And as Snuggie wants me to make sure I say Phil with 2 L's. But it is pretty cool. It's a little, the stand is kind of weird for me. But I suppose otherwise you're gonna have it top heavy and tip over. But I think it is a pretty cool, the friends. I don't know if the girl has an ice cream, but Krim has an ice cream in their hand.
I just missed that.
So that's pretty interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. And I think I saw on stream that once these goes out or before they go out, but I think oh gosh, Eddie Winkler. I'm like I call him Ew, but if I say Ooh, everybody's gonna think Eric Weathers. But no, Eddie Winkler paints minis like Warhammer minis. And I think he said that he's gonna do like a little guide video, something as to how to paint this, which would be
really? How to
pretty
paint
neat.
this specifically?
I think so. Like how to paint
Cool.
the bust of Crimstone and why am I not remembering her name?
Jazz?
Jazz. There you go. Yep. So Snuggie points out that it's an order of increasing prices except the feature. Okay. And Jason says it's an awesome statue. Lots of personality in the posing. You're right. And I think Jazz even has her. Oh, is it Snuggie? It's Mr. Microphone. Hey, Atheline, thanks for joining. But I was gonna say Jazz has her tongue stuck out, so it's just like I don't know. It shows the playfulness of it.
Yeah, I'm not one for figures.
Guessing you're wrong, Snuggie.
I do like this a lot.
I don't.
If it was painted, I'm not talented enough.
Yeah. I haven't bought any. I don't think that I would back the campaign just to get this, but I think it is pretty cool. All right, moving on. Showing the people. So there is an ash can. Small, so it's an 8.5 by 5.5 floppy comic with black and white interiors. And for this campaign, we're going to continue our Ash Can series with the People Issue 2, following the street-level vigilante tracking down a serial killer to bring him to justice before this killer is caught by the Silhouette. If you missed Issue 1, you can add on the reprint. Interior arts by Dan Dahl and Avery Butterworth. Booty Juice doing a lot in this campaign. Oh, Mo.
Oh, Mo. Very nice. Thank you. Okay, so here's the...
I do like the one color details. That's pretty cool. Ashcan 1 reprint cover.
Blam, blam, blam.
Assuming those are the interiors for the ash can.
Here we go.
Oh wait, hang on, because I just got a question. Okay, we'll have to come back, or either we'll do it later. But so there's an interior for the ash can. There was a splash page for the 10-page silhouette versus matte black. Did we actually see pages for the Crimstone yet?
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think.
Love you too,
If
Jason.
we did.
It's okay.
We
There's
did.
the one splash page. Okay, there's a page.
Yeah.
There's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How quickly we forget. My God.
I know, right? I'm like, wait a
I'm like,
second. They didn't
I don't
show
know.
any pages for the main book?
I didn't know you were gonna pop quiz me.
You're off the hook, Phil. I was gonna pick on you. All right, so the tome.
Jason loves you, by the way.
Yeah. I said it. It's raining booty juice. All right, so 212 pages, but it collects Lost Pages 1, 2, and the Myths of the Lost Pages, introducing you to all the characters in the universe with full grayscale interiors and a digest, at a digest size, with art by Maxi Doll. Hang on, it's small. Let me see if I can. Maxi Dollo.
Yeah.
Okay. John Joe Ball. Maria Lopez, Alan Alonso, Matt Dalton, Brandon Diaz, Avery Butterworth, Simon Poitier, Brianne Anden, Illustrator Monk, and Kong Lee. Kyung.
It's quite a team.
I recognize a lot of those names. That's a good thing, right?
Yeah. I like that font.
The font?
Yeah, it's changed. I don't know. Let's see. Your drink from the goblet of evil's wine. Your justice is served. It's time to dine. And then it kind of changes here.
Okay.
I don't know.
You know who
I
does
thought it
the
was
lettering?
neat. I picked it out. Nope.
That would be Phil with 2 L's.
Well, look at you, friend. Good job.
All right, we can keep scrolling.
I like these. I know you made the comment about shading in black and white and how well it was done. Well, I can't remember what book we were looking at, but I kind of had the same comment here. Just where all the different, it's not confusing to see the details.
Right.
It's not difficult to see.
The contrast is done very well.
Thank you. Okay, Alan Alonso illustrates our pulp here. The Masquerade and Lost Pages 1. This is from Lost Pages 1, is that right?
Yeah. The art style wasn't my favorite when I read this. I don't know. It adds to the grittiness well, so I can't knock it too bad. But it was a good story in Lost Pages 1. It was one of my favorites. Like, it was well. And I think Jason's right when we were talking about Bonds the last time. She does black and grays and
that's right. Yep.
Very well. And then Zayd says those are pages from the previous books.
Yeah, look at that. That's cool.
Definitely got a lot of pages on here. Do you feel bored of scrolling yet?
No.
Okay, that's a good thing.
That's a really nice image. I like that.
Now I don't get. All right, so I just read it's Crim versus Wastoid, which Wastoid is their green little flamey garbage pail Oscar the Grouch thing. And it says it's Crim, but where is
down at the bottom? I see his tongue.
You see the tongue
wrapping around, don't you?
Is that the tongue?
Right over the C? Is that it? I was
Oh,
just trying to trace
maybe.
it up. There's a face,
Yeah.
maybe.
Well, I see something that looks like a face, but it doesn't look like Krim. I'm gonna need that part of the image enlarged because I can't make that out. I like the design though. Like looking at that shirt from afar, that's
Mhm.
definitely a very interesting image.
Yeah.
That's attractive. Like, what is that? Like you'll probably get compliments or questions. What is that?
I think I'd
And
probably take it in the black just because the contrast is so much higher. It stands out because it says you get it in choice of purple or black.
yeah, I think I like the black too. But the purple is an interesting. I'm wondering what the ratio purchased would be. I'm guessing most people are probably going to choose the black, but uh, the purple is an interesting choice as well.
Mhm.
I don't know if I would do any other color T-shirt besides the black
It's
or
like an
that.
old skate shirt or something in the purple.
Yeah,
That's what it reminds me of.
yeah, and the graffiti kind of street 80s
Mhm.
vibe that the book gives off. Yep.
Precisely.
Jason did point out that he liked the style in number 1. And there's the back catalog. So if you want previous stories in full color, we still have the full US standard size graphic novels with color interiors. The Lost Pages 1, 2, and Myth supplementals. Well, supplies last. And there it is, Sage Comics books on our website.
Yeah, I like that, it just says these 3 books are already printed. If you want them now, you can grab these and more here. So
I don't know if I like the link for the website that quick off on the campaign, but I guess that's more of a preference choice.
mhm. I mean, yeah, it'd be more convenient to have them, but this is to get it right away, and you'd be waiting on that. I don't know.
Okay, wait, I have a question. So the first stretch goal is it 200 backers? At
Yes.
200 backers, reveal the art or alt back cover by Shelby Robertson. So my guess by the sounds is you're already getting the book. It doesn't matter. You're getting the book. But you get to see what the back cover looks like as a stretch goal. Now, granted, it's 200 backers, which I'm thinking most of their campaigns have topped 200 backers. So it's almost kind of like a gimme stretch goal. But what do you think about that?
Well, is it that there's a piece of art waiting to be done by Shelby once they reach 200 backers, and then we'll get Shelby art on the back? Or is it, and if not, they were just planning on, doing some credits and whatnot? Like, is that what it is? Or is it just that you get to take a peek at it and it's already been planned? I guess that makes a difference for me. I guess I
I
don't
could
mind either
see.
way, but
That's not what I get when I read this, though, because it's a reveal. So you already have something, but a
reveal.
reveal, you get
Yeah.
to see it.
Well,
I don't think I've ever seen anybody else do this before, so it's interesting.
it doesn't particularly bother me, but stretch goals for me in my mind are like, oh, cool, little bonus. There haven't been a whole lot of stretch goals where I've been like, I've got to get that, unless it was something really big. So I don't know. I guess I'm indifferent.
So, okay, yeah, and I guess you're kind of hinting on what I'm hinting at. Stretch goals should be something that, you want to have or see, or not even see it. I guess seeing something's not really a drive for me, and that's part of my issue with this per se.
Mhm.
Is it's not something that it's enticing me to back because I want to reach that stretch goal. This item is not the driving force for that, which stretch goals should be. I'm getting it either way. Yippee, I get to see it
Right.
sooner. When else have I ever seen a back cover unless it was a wraparound? I can't say I have. I don't know. I guess it's not that exciting. And hello to Jim Cox, who has joined.
Hey, Jim.
And we are not starting over. All right, the 20K stretch goal. Lost Pages animated series. Wait.
Yeah.
Lost Pages animated series. Trading card.
Right.
So you get a trading card. Pretty standard stretch goal. Animated series, so it definitely has a little bit more of a cartoon feel. But the Lost Pages animated series, is there some more information here that we should know about there, Philip?
It says by Rick Sells, more coming soon. Does that mean more stretch goals or more information about this coming soon?
My guess is probably more information about the Lost Pages animated series.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, you might want to change that there, Phil. Because by Rick Sealis means he probably has something to do with the Lost Pages animated series, and then so close and more coming soon makes me think like maybe more details coming soon or something. That would
Yeah.
make more sense, because this does make me like, oh, the Lost Pages animated series. What are you talking about? So Eric points out that stretch goals improve the quality of the book and leave it at that. Everything else is just junk mail. I don't know. I like some of my I like some of my stretch goals. Oh, I did miss this. Didn't Black Rhapsody have a stretch goal of a variant cover becoming available before Miss Chozo vanished? Yeah, I guess kind of.
Stretch goal of a variant cover.
Yeah, because I think she
it's
had
been
to
a long
make a
time.
certain fund to be able to pay for that cover, so she couldn't exactly offer it unless she had the funds to pay for it. And yeah, I haven't seen her around, but I don't think she's late yet, Mo. I think I did look at that when I was looking at Indiegogo the other day, but I could be wrong. Or if she is a little late, she's not that late. It wasn't something that was set off a little alarm in my head. All right, is that the end? Are we going down more?
I don't know if he's talking to you or not, but Eric said you're also Canadian, which automatically makes all your opinions wrong.
Hey, I like little tchotchkes. Magnets are the best because those just go right on the fridge and they're useful.
Yeah.
The
I
other
do
stuff,
like them. I like
the other
stretch
stuff
goals a
goes
lot.
in my little lunchbox. Never to be seen again.
Yeah. I have some of that building up too. I don't quite know what to do. I like all the stuff and I'm like, oh, I want to do something with everything. But it's just sort of stacking up and I haven't done a lot with many things. I need shelving.
I've seen some people like, the poster frames that you can get at like Walmart. I think, they're cheaper on, between $10 and $15, but they're like big movie size, poster size.
Oh yeah.
They stick like their prints and bookmarks and other stuff in there, and you can make like a collage of CG stuff, which is interesting.
I'm thinking that's
kind of hokey.
What I might do maybe with some of my trading cards, but not if I can fit them all to make like a full collage of them, not leave spaces in between. So it almost looks like a poster in itself. That's kind of the goal.
Right. So you're going to line them up.
Mm-hmm.
That would be kind of interesting if you did that. All right, Mo has a question. What do you guys think of my new ARO stretch goal? At 200K, we'll upgrade the estimated fulfillment date from when the Angels win the pennant to when George R.R. Martin finishes his series. Sounds wonderful, Mo. Jason's pointing out for Jupiter's doing postcards as add-ons. You can keep it or mail it. I have seen some others do that, and that is kind of a neat thing. Hey, PR, thanks for joining. All right, what else do we got?
Okay. That's it.
That's the end.
That's it, except for the tiers.
So maybe there is more coming soon, unless they don't think that they're going to make more than the 20K. Which,
And sorry, I'm gonna look and see where they.
Maybe that more coming
at 18?
soon. If you want to change.
Is that where they are? Yeah, they're at 18. So.
So they might have to. Yeah, and they've only been a couple weeks. They'll probably make that last stretch goal they have. So there probably is more coming soon, which does make that more coming soon confusing. Get on that, Phil, with 2 L's. All right, so let's look at tiers. How much is it for shipping?
So, tiers. That's the first one listed. So we got the $75 catch-up pack. Ashcan 2, Lost Pages 3, Tomy and Ashcan 1 reprint.
You're missing the pun.
Excuse me. I'm doing what?
You're missing the pun. P-U-N, pun?
Yeah.
Catch-up Tomy pack.
Oh, okay. I told you I was hungover today, Amanda, for Pete's sake.
Make me think.
All right. Continue to payment. Is this new? I don't see this. I don't remember this window popping up before. It's not working.
It is kind of.
Is that strange?
I think you have to
I have
switch
to select the
to one,
cover. Horror. Yep. No excuse. I'm a ding dong. There she goes. All right.
And
There's the add-ons he was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Although he doesn't actually scroll down.
Yep. One.
Oh yeah,
two,
there's the
three.
reprint. I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
but he doesn't actually have 1 and 2, but he does.
We got the gold cover of 2. I love that cover.
It is a great cover. I have that one too. Came out really well. I even have
much
the trading cards that he did, and they flipped up on
Nice.
the flub, and then the non-flub. They both look really cool. Because he was supposed to have it done in gold, and then I think whoever printed them accidentally did it in like a silver.
Oh,
So
okay.
he had the silver ones available to buy on the campaign to recover some
I
costs.
think I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he still did the gold.
Let's get an extra poster. That figure, which looks to be a really bulky figure. So $75 for that.
Yeah. Oh, he
it's a
showed
nice
them
size
on
figure.
air. He had a nice big one.
Yeah.
I think that someone did for him, and
And
then
then
the 5.5 is not that big. Like, I guess it's not as substantial as
You
you
don't
think
think
it would
so?
be.
Okay.
I was gonna make a joke, but we won't go there. All right.
All right. So I just zipped through the add-ons there. So let me go through. We got US shipping for $10.
Not bad for a $75 package.
Mm-mm.
What about shipping elsewhere? Do the standard US and UK. I mean, Australia and UK or Canada. Australia
17 Australia.
That's not bad for a big boy package.
17 Canada. 17 UK.
Shipping prices are pretty competitive there because some people they'll charge you more than $17 for a book. All right, let's go
really
on
good
to
international.
just a book.
Just the book.
That's what I said. And I'm referring to Phil.
Oh. You can get sassy with me. I don't care. All right, so $10 US. So.
Which that's the same as everything else. And then there's 17.
Oh, now you got 17 for
Is your shipping right, Phil? Like, are you going to be losing money on shipping if you're not charging more for the bigger package?
It's got the same.
Jim asked,
Same
who
shipping
is
across the board.
Simon Bisley. He's a second-rate artist. And we can hear the pin drop.
I'm just sitting here operating the screen.
Yeah, she's not going to touch that one, people.
But yeah, so that's what we got. Looks to be across the board.
All right. I will walk that back. Bisley is not my cup of tea. He is others' cup of tea, namely people in the chat. Since what Phil has, how many Bisley covers have you had? Third. This is your third Bisley cover. Second Bisley cover. He's definitely had more than one. So Phil is a Bisley fan, but
So look, the monster pack for US is only 17 for shipping.
Dang. Okay, so he does point out. I was thinking maybe they limited where they're shipping to, but nope, those are all what's included. So people's responses are funny. So Phil said should be okay. We had to raise our international a couple bucks from last year, but that's still really good. I wonder.
Yeah.
You did well with international shipping, right? I feel like you had a lot of international backers. So Snuggy's like, ouch. And Jason's like, what? And this is true. Just because Bisley ain't your cup of tea, don't mean he ain't hot stuff. I will give you that, Jason.
I'm not familiar with him, so I don't know. I don't think I have enough knowledge or exposure to him to judge.
I think he did a lot of he's been around for a while. I think he used to normally do, is it oils or not? Or has he
Mm.
always been a traditional pencil media? But I don't know. I think I've seen some better stuff in the past, and I don't know if he's like dialing it in these days or
I did
something.
like his cover for this campaign. I mean, not
You did.
better.
That's
I
right. The
did,
first
yeah.
time you
Not
said you
better
said
than
you
the
liked
other
it.
cover, but I did like it.
Yeah.
And then this is the monster pack here with only 25 shipping to Australia. Eric. That is nice, Amanda. You can, if you're ever wrong, you can go, well, I am Canadian, so.
Right. All right. So what else are we looking at? So there's quite a variety of tiers. The
Mhm.
shipping's pretty good. You know, because even to Australia to send the big boy, like the $200 tier, it's only $25, was
25.
it? So that's
Yeah.
like the cost some campaigns are asking you to ship one book.
Yeah, it was 17 US for the monster pack and 25
Yeah.
international. That's pretty good.
All right. Anything else? Any other questions? Any other comments? I know Eric the Guapo said in the beginning that he was upset that you cannot get the Tomei by itself. Although
Was it in
it was
the
an add-on, right?
Yeah, it was in
Click
the add-ons, I think.
click the regular book.
The regular book.
Oh wait.
That's
No,
the
it's right there.
collection, yeah.
And you can get it. Oh, I think he fixed it just for you, Eric. You see that? The Tomei collection is right there. Because I was going to say it is kind of weird that he would have just the Tomei on it. Like, it makes sense to be an add-on because this is a campaign for Lost Pages 3. So if you want Lost Pages 3 and then you need to catch up with the other one, but why would you just back the first two and not back the third one? But I guess the Tomei is different. It is I think he said it was like manga sized. It is compact digest size or whatever. It's pretty compact. So it's not a it is not a it's not a Tomei.
Tomei?
A Topei.
What are you saying? Tomei.
A tome.
Tome.
Man, I'm just getting it. Look, Mel Tomei. Hey, James.
I
thanks for
didn't
joining us.
correct you. I thought I was wrong. I
Tomei.
was just gonna.
Why are you saying Tomei? It's tome.
Tome.
There's no B on the end. There's no tome.
Tome. Well, I say buy every tier and every add-on and just cover all the bases, and that way you're all set.
Hey, I'm up
No big
north.
whoop.
We don't get many Tomeis up here. All right.
Oh,
So, man, we're almost at the hour. I don't know if we really have enough time to go into another one or not.
Well, we did the Crom sign up page and we did Lost Pages. It's up
Yeah, I
to
guess
you.
that's true. All right.
And although it wasn't a
Is
full
there
page,
anything
but-
else that we want to breeze through?
Let's see what we
Most
got
of
on the
them probably
breeze list.
we'll need more time. What's the lowest on Creator Go?
The lowest amount?
Lowest funded.
Everlasting
No,
Survivors.
not that one. I haven't seen that one. I don't know.
Okay,
who that is.
Hybrids. Or
Yeah, let's pull that
Forsaken
one up real
Gods.
quick. Nope, we'll pull up Hybrids.
Okay.
All right, so Hybrids is a Luke Stone IP. It's been around for a while. I actually have not read Hybrids. I don't know much or anything about it. This campaign is doing the trade paperback. So if you haven't been familiar with it, this is probably a good time to jump on board with the trade paperback. But he's also doing an RPG game, so role-playing game that one of his friends, I guess, helped create. Let's scroll on and we'll find out. So he has a $2,500 goal and he's only, what percentage? 37%.
Yeah.
20 days left, but this is like the first 20 or the first half or however he's doing it. So there is time. There is a gamer's bundle.
Do you mean to just do the tiers?
They try out. I don't know. This is the first time I'm seeing it, so I'm looking at everything. Check out the try it first tier for $1 to get 4 free PDFs. Try it first. Click that try it first here. What is in that? One down right there. Get a taste of what is the core rules? Hang on. That's really small. Oh, I'm trying to zoom and it's not working for me.
I can read it if you want.
Okay.
Get a taste of what is in the core rules and graphic novels with this special offer. A link will be sent right away so you can decide if you want to grab the rest. Included is Hybrids number 1 PDF, Hybrids number 2 PDF, Quick Play Part 1 PDF, and Quick Play Player's Guide PDF.
That's a neat thing.
I mean, for $1. Yeah.
And you get 2 books. Like if you're not a gamer and you just want to try out a new IP,
Mhm.
you get the PDF Hybrids 1 and 2. That's pretty neat. 3 people claim that. All right. I like that.
Yeah.
Kind of weird that it's so big and bold though. Is it because, does that seem like extra big to you, or is it because I just
Up
had
here?
it zoomed in? Yeah. Like the font
Yeah.
is big.
It's
Okay.
pretty mega.
Then we get super small. Complete the Hybrids experience.
Do you want me to read this?
Sure.
When everyday folks start developing godlike abilities, it's up to the truly tenacious to discover the mystery behind this event and stop a superhuman trafficking ring. Read about the adventure with volumes 1 and 2 of the comic book series, then jump into the adventure yourself with the tabletop role-playing game. Play as a human like Rev or Danny and show your cunning, or become one of the powerful hybrids and use your abilities to challenge the Hybrid Engineering Corporation.
I'm not sure. Okay, let me pull up Mo's comment. So he likes the PDF tier, but if they cost it all, they aren't free. Very true. Now I'm kind of pausing because I don't know if it feels like I need to know more about hybrids to know what the hell are they talking about with this role-playing game. You know, like there's a lot of information there that's going over my head. So the
Yeah.
role-playing game is not advertising well to me, I guess is how I want to put it. But that could just be me. How do you feel?
I'm not into role playing at all, games. So, and I'm not a gamer, so for me, it's almost all over my head.
Okay, so all right, and maybe I'm looking at it from the same stance as you too, because I don't even know if I've ever played World of Warcraft or
Right. Like I think some gamers
um,
probably instinctively know what some of this means.
D&D. Like I might have witnessed a D&D playing, but I've never actually played it myself. So yeah, I'm not completely in the knowledge. I know what RPG stands for. That's about it.
Oh, they're saying F Danny. I'm like, what are they talking about? Did somebody say something? Play as a human like Rev or Danny. I totally didn't even catch it.
All right, so scroll down.
Okie doke.
Get both volumes of comic. Wait, you can get both volumes of the comic book series. You can get the core rules and both episodes by storming the gates of HEC. And HEC stands for, I think we just read it, right?
Hybrid
Engineering Corporation.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, oh, bad choice to use acronyms, but no, he just did it, so that's good. Okay. Fans of the following will like hybrids. So they give a list of what is there that's similar that people might recognize to figure out if they like hybrids. Okay. Keep scrolling down.
Ancient Aliens, like the History TV show with
I
the
think
guy
so.
with the giant hair.
I think so.
Okay, so there's the manual.
Yeah, Nick Tockert is the one that did the game. All right, scroll down a little bit more. Okay, the Killing Field Complete Saga is collected with creator commentary, special insights, and additional art in the special edition trade paperback.
Okay. Oops.
We'll skip the video. Okay. You get some insides. They're definitely highlighting the game first since they put that first.
Yeah.
I don't mind the art or the interiors. The colors are pretty. I like the palette of color choices. Makes it easy to figure out what's going on. Following rumors of an ancient weapon capable of slaying a demon, our heroes embark on a deadly journey that will forever change their lives. As the game master prepares for his final blow, we can only ask one question: who will survive the killing field? All right, keep scrolling. The second episode of Storming the Gates of HEC is available with this campaign as well. The second episode of Storming, I don't get it. The second episode of Storming the Gates of HEC is available with this campaign as well. You can continue this adventure, even homebrew your own. So the second episode sounds like a show, but I don't think there's a show. Is it like a second book to go with the game, or like an ash can to go with the comic? What do you take from that?
I think for me, some of this is implied that you know what exactly they're talking about. I just think for someone like me who's not into this type of stuff, in order to know, I need specifics. The second episode, like what episode, issue, right? Like you said, it sounds like a show.
Yeah, I'm not understanding what this is referring to. All right, moving on. We'll have 5 sets of this special perk. Along with the gaming manuals, we will get custom glow-in-the-dark dice and a collapsible leather dice tray. That's kind of a neat perk to go with the game.
Yeah, I feel like that.
Stretch goals. So a Trash Man Series 2 trading card, which Trash Man I think is another well, it looks like it might be a Hybrids hero, but I thought it was one of a different IP for Luke Stone, but maybe not. Okay.
Chlorine.
Another trading card. Yep.
Bone.
That they're shipped with Gemini mailers. Pretty sure the dice and stuff won't fit in a Gemini mailer, but they're all books, right?
That's true. Well, it's collapsible, right? Is there anything else? I wonder if he could collapse all that and get it in.
I think it's like a bag or whatnot.
I know JP got his Zippos into a Gemini.
That is true. And then there was a card in with the Zippo that got bent, but the book did not. So
did it?
It actually came. Well, the little card that I think said the number of 100 or whatever that were available. Yeah, my little card corner of it got bent, which is not a big deal. I actually suggested to him that it would have been nice if the card was trimmed down and actually placed in the Zippo container, the little metal case.
That's a good idea.
I did like, I'm not a smoker, but I did like that Zippo touch. I thought it was different, original, and definitely a fun added thing. But no, the Zippo case itself did not.
You're going to start charging for consultation services because you have really good ideas. I would have never thought to look at that and go, you know what, that probably would have been better to be clipped down and be inside the box.
I probably should. I do have people actually slide into my DMs and ask me for opinions.
You think of things that.
But anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably, they have so many other things going on in their minds with trying to get this shit launched and all of that, and to get it pulled off in time. It would be cool to have like an outside person just to take a look before you go and go, can you think of anything else?
Yeah. Happy birthday, KSSSSSS. Thanks for joining.
Amanda.
All right. Let's see. Oh, and I did see ACC. Hello, ACC. Thanks for joining.
Hey.
Yep. He was saying he's been sharing out Phil's links, which is nice.
Oh, Mo said all you want for your birthday is for Huggy to teach you how to Huggy.
I know how to Huggy. All right. So what else do we got going down? That's it, right?
Yeah, I think we went all the way to the end. Yes, after the stretch goals, that's where it ended.
So how much for, like, I don't know. I'm not interested in gaming or anything like that. So if I wanted to get the book, what's the book? Trade paperbacks. Okay.
Got 10 for US. Here's all of his add-ons as well.
But okay, what does it under the Killing Field trade paperback provide? Because I'm looking at Hybrids 8, 9, 7, 6. Are all those in the trade paperback? I think so, right? Does it say it there?
I don't think so. Okay, so it says, following rumors of an ancient weapon capable of slaying a demon, our heroes embark on a deadly journey that will forever change their lives. As the game master prepares for his final blow, we can only ask one question: who will survive the killing field? The Killing Field trade paperback 1, 25
All right.
bucks.
So I'm assuming that all these individual hybrids are in the killing field. That would make sense, right? But I don't think anywhere on the campaign it says that.
But they're all $7 each. Does that make sense that they would?
Yeah, but if they're like, I don't know if they're perfect bound or trade paperback, the $7 for a floppy or a book makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Obviously, why you would all want to buy the trade paperback because you're getting quite a deal.
Right.
You know, because it wouldn't make sense to have all these extras or overprinting or whatever, and you're only charging $1 for it. So that makes sense to me. But looking at all this option right here, I'm confused.
A little
Like, is this
confusing,
something
yeah.
different or is it in addition? But no, I think they're all together.
I wonder, is there anywhere for you to put additional information? Are you really limited to just this space
The add-on,
when you're
maybe.
putting add-ons in your campaign? Because maybe that's just a limitation of IGG, where they can't really give you details on. Because if they could, it would be cool, but is the limitation? I don't know.
Yucky is the sweetest.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know you could just type how much you want to super chat in the chat.
Thank you so much, Yucky. Yucky says $1,000 super chat. He is the sweetest.
Can go shopping.
All right. So he says he thinks the Killing Field was his own arc. So hybrid numbers is something different.
Oh, okay.
So can we go back to the beginning and get that answer? Because that doesn't make sense. And then I'm curious about the digital. What's the difference between the digital and it's just like the first 2 copies?
All right, so we're at the top with the bundle. This is the try it first.
And Mo says he's not 100% sure. All right, so there's the trade papers. Click on the trade paperback. It doesn't. I don't think it.
That's the one we just
doesn't say anything. Okay.
Right.
So if we scroll back up in the main part of the campaign where it's talking about it.
Okay. There we go. Oh, and we'll work our way down here. Let's see.
It goes into the game first, so we got to keep going.
Yeah. Game. Not only can you get both volumes. Okay. Excuse me.
All right. So there's the trade paperback. Nope, that's the game.
Okay.
Next paragraph. Yeah, I don't like how the font does the.
It does make me confused with what image the
thing goes with. Yeah.
Going with. Yeah.
Needs better headers. The Killing Field, the complete saga, has been collected with creator commentary, so it has extras in it too, which makes it even better deal. But yeah, it doesn't tell me if it's the 1 through 10 on the next page, but it's what, 200 pages? Did I read that somewhere? So if it's 200 pages and 10 books, are all the books 10 pages? That doesn't make sense.
I don't think there was.
You know what I'm saying? Because there was at least 9 hybrids when you're looking at the add-ons. So if there's 200 pages in this, where do we see that?
I think these are previous. So right here, it says hundreds of indie comics fans have encountered the Hybrids universe and enjoyed the action. The Killing Field doesn't require you to get the previous issues, but they will be available with this campaign.
Okay.
So it looks like they're all previous.
Oh, but maybe the previous issues are not the Killing Field. That's separate, but the arc of the Killing Field is together. Right?
Appears that way, maybe.
I guess that's what that makes it sound like.
Mm-hmm. So I guess, long story short, we're a little confused.
So Mo Big says Luke does not make it simple. He's got like Trash Day and the Killing Field and some other thing. I don't know what numbers they are. So yeah, he has like multiple IPs or multiple arcs or and when you're first time buyers, I don't know. I don't know. So the Arrow
which is cool to have all that. It's just not really laid out very specifically and clearly.
So Nick says Trash Day is the first story arc and Killing Fields is the second story arc. And then the hybrids is just numbered. So you would get like the first 4 is Trash Day and the last 5 is Killing Fields or something like that. I guess that kind of makes sense, but it doesn't say it here. Now, going back to the digital thing, because if I was interested in anything, it would be that digital tier just so I could check it out. Because who can pass up digital for $1?
This one, yeah.
Yeah, but what is it? Hybrids 1, Hybrids 2. All right, so
So
that
it's an
sounds like it's
introduction.
not the trade paperback. It is just the
Right.
first 2 of the 9 or whatever things that he has. Okay. That would be the reason why it's so cheap. But still worth it.
hmm
Okay, what else does he have with tiers? Although I'm going to put up KSS says, who will survive the killing field? Pol Pot, didn't he die in prison? I'm sorry, spoilers. I don't understand Pol Pot. Plot point? I don't know. Didn't he die? He must be a person, Pol Pot. I don't get it. Sorry, KSSS. So the quick play looks like a game. So if you bring your own dice or something like that. Hybrid RPG core rules. So wait a second. Scroll up.
That's the game. Scroll up.
The rules. Yeah. One more. Quick play episode 2. So their particular you'd have to get. Now this is probably something I'd understand better if I was actually an RPG player. But quick play, is this like the storyline, the story arc you can follow and play? This is episode 2. And then there's episode 1, which would be a different storyline playthrough that you could do. But then you also have to get a different separate book to get the rules. Which, why would you make the rules separate?
Well, let's see. Does it give any kind of... I don't know.
Or maybe you can make your own story and here's the core rules. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because that's what it sounds like.
It says build your own character from scratch and play a homebrew campaign all your own.
Right. Okay. So maybe the quick start is here's a setup for you. We've created it. Go have fun. And then this one is you do what you want, but here's the guidelines for something like that. And all right, so I totally lost the Pol Pot. Pol Pot was the Cambodian Stalin. Man doesn't know what Pol Pot was. Cambodia, communist dictator. The Canadian education system is sad.
So's the American, because I didn't know who Pol Pot was. Like, not interested.
All right, so we do have more information about the hybrids. So hybrids is the comic Hybrids is the comic. Trash Day is the first story arc, however many issues, and Killing Fields will collect the next group of issues. Okay, so it was kind of like I was getting.
Yeah, clarifying that.
Thanks. Hey JP, we were just talking about you a little bit earlier.
JP. It was all good, I think. Yeah. Okay, so Arrow bundle. This brings in.
I think these are floppies from different things from Arrow Comics. Yep. Which is interesting because there's issues number 1 of campaigns that have been recently funding. Like we have Stoltak, which I think is still in. No, did he close it out? I think it's still in demand, but that just like ended active funding not that long ago. That's Mad Ruth's book. Hybrids 2, which he has it for $1 digital or whatever, and then Chrome Dog number 1 I think is still currently active. But if I understand these correctly, these are like shorter versions of what was crowdfunded, and like I think cheaper copies. They'd be like your floppy readers, but doesn't have the full trade paperback kind of feel to what's being crowdfunded, although not 100% sure because Chrome Dog's not out. Not sure how that one works, but I don't think it's the total story if you buy it this way than if you actually get what's offered through the crowdfunding.
Okay,
and I know that's kind of like how it was done with the Spencer Deal stuff. It was like God's Hand was in it, and Only Death Can Save Us was an option, and I did get those from their campaign that they ran to help recover some of the costs, but it wasn't like the full same story that you would get from the other books. There we are. Mo says it better. They're floppy version of longer books that were intended for Spencer.
Oh, okay. That's part of this going out. I gotcha. And I mean, this is six books, yeah, for $40. That's like $6.66 or something per book. 666.
Ooh.
A little under $7 a book, though. I mean, okay, there's a bundle too.
Yeah, but
and
I'm not
bundle
sure
one.
how I would like that though, because they're abbreviated versions of the story. Like, give me more meat.
Sure. This is eight issue bundle for $50.
So for $10 more, you get 2 more. And it adds
that's
on.
not all.
It adds on Only Death Can Save Us, Calico. Oh wait, Rift Riders. These are total different. It's
Mhm.
not just 2 additional titles. There's different titles
It's
here.
completely different. Yeah.
Yeah, because then you got Rift Riders, which is another one that crowdfunded not that long ago. All right.
So let's see. Volume 1 and Volume 2 of the Hybrids? No. Volume 1 and Volume 2 of
there
Killing
it is.
Field and Trash Day. Okay.
La la la! I
caught up
see the
with
light.
the entire series.
There we are. There's probably Hybrids 1 through 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever he's up to. All right. That makes more sense now. But Trash Day is the first one. Did he already fund the Trash Day paperback? That's why he's doing the Killing Field trade paperback in this one? I don't know enough. All right, go ahead. Not sure what you're clipping, Snuggie, but okay.
Clipped.
And the latest. Just get the latest releases. Get all the action, creator commentary, and the trade paperback of the Killing Field and jump into action with the RPG core rules. So there's the highlights of this campaign right there, those 2 items.
So you want the most recent products.
So the episode things aren't the most recent? Because I wouldn't think they would have offered the game anywhere else. It's almost, maybe I'm understanding it wrong. Maybe it's not a quick start story, line or whatever for their game.
I don't know. I'm going to be honest.
All right. Let's see what's in the Ultimate Bundle. Yeah. Quick Play 1, 2, Trash Day. So there's everything.
Yeah.
For $100, that's not a bad price. If you're a gamer and you want to get into the hybrids thing.
And it says this will get you ready for the release of the Lifeline arc coming later this year.
Dun, dun, dun.
And you got some original art.
From Netho Diaz, which I have no idea who that is.
Mm-mm.
I do know who Preston Acevedo is.
And that is it. That's the end of the tiers.
What's shipping? We'll go with the trade paperback 1 and 2. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Mo. So Mo's like, I think the episodes are pre-written adventures for the RPG. After the end of looking at this, that's what I'm gathering.
So we have 15 US. This was the tier you wanted, right? The latest.
Yeah. Yeah, that works. It's probably the same. I was thinking the 2, the Killing Field and the Trash Man.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I ain't interested in no game.
Just for shits and giggles, we'll pop it in there and see what he's got.
So Nicholas Gear points out that a trade paperback should collect between 5 and 7 issues of a floppy. The mainstream release issues monthly and then collect them in a trade after they are released. This is kind of doing it in reverse trade first. No, doesn't he have the Killing Fields out? I don't think he's doing it backwards. I'm pretty sure there's some episodes of Killing Fields out. But I could be wrong.
So yeah.
And then Dave asks why trade first, and then Nicholas says, I don't know. Just seems like how they are doing it. Maybe they are. All right, how much for that one?
$10 US and probably the same. Yeah, $30 Australia.
Wait, the rule game was 15 for the both of them?
I don't remember remember what I just pulled up.
Short-term memory.
I
It
know.
just seems weird. It was different. It wasn't 10. But
can
it
go
just
back to
seems
it.
weird because like the rule book would be similar to the other trade paperbacks, and I'm kind of
Yeah, you're
surprised they
right.
differ.
I didn't think I saw a difference, but
Oh, maybe I'm misremembering then.
I'm not on my game. Don't trust me.
Chat, you need to keep us in line.
I can't be trusted today. You're right.
Yeah,
It was 15.
Okay. So it is different. Yeah, it just seems a little unless
Could be a little heavier, you know.
could be, I guess. Trade paperback is cardstock bound, and is the game hardcover? If
I mean,
that's
just
the
from
case,
the
it'd be nice
image, I
to
know you can't see real well, but if it's anything based on the image, this definitely looks like a bigger book than that.
And say it looks like a nice compendium or something, you know what I mean? The cover is pretty sleek. It could be a hardcover. I don't know if it is. That'd be interesting though.
So for the gamers, you got 15 US, and I swear I thought, I'm not even going to say what I thought because I don't know for sure. Let's look at it.
Nick,
Yeah, it's 30 for either way for Australia. And the other ones were the same. I don't think I typed in Canada, but yeah, 30 for Canada.
So Nicholas Gear, I think you broke down his first graphic novel into floppies for the Spencer deals, and I think you're right. And Only Death Can Save Us, which is working with, why can't I think of the gentleman's name? But the guy over at Arrow Comics, starts with an R. But Only Death Can Save Us, they did the same exact thing for that. Yeah, they took their crowdfunded comic and they broke it down into smaller portions for purchases this way. However, they're doing Arrow Comics. I don't know if they're getting in somewhere. I don't know enough about it. Thankful for Get Over It yet again. Number 255 reasons. All right, so
Nice.
Hybrids, The Son of God's Trash Day, volume 1 through 5, and then Hybrids, The Killing Field is 6 through 9. So Lucas had some campaigns on Kickstarter and Indiegogo. He funded number 1, but not number 2. Yes to 3 and 4, but not 5 and 7.
Okay.
So wait, did 5 and 7 fail, or 5 and 7 are he hasn't even done it and he's just throwing them all into a trade paperback? Luke, you are a mystery. And even Get Over It said he had to dig, and it took some time to figure all that out.
Yeah, this would be nice to have on the campaign, just to make it clear, especially for our first time back, because I haven't backed any of the hybrids or anything, and I don't think I had even looked at the campaign before for any of the ones before that. Yeah. So it was pretty confusing, kind of popping in for the first time and taking a look at everything he's got to offer. It's a lot, and I think
he does. He's been around for a while, and he's he is a workhorse.
Yeah.
So Get Over It says they never did campaigns for 5 through 7. He answered my question. All right. Well, there. All right. Any other questions? Any other comments? We kind of went over it pretty quickly, but we're at almost an hour and a half, not quite, hour and 23 minutes. We're pretty good. Covered it probably a little quicker than needed, but I think the point of this campaign is just leading to some confusion. Which is not a good thing for a campaign hoping to attract new backers.
It's never too late to clean it up a little bit and maybe add some details and clarify some things for people.
That is true. Yeah, no, and like I said, I hope to take the past episodes, put the right links in, and throw them on Twitter and tag people. I probably have like 4 or 5 shows that I do that for, and this one too. And I, as usual, I will tag the creator, whether they like it or not. They can watch it. But some people, I have had the majority of people be pretty appreciative of this, because we're not doing it to be mean, but it is kind of like hey, you're trying to attract people, and this is like, the unboxing video, what do you think, or real-time reaction things as to what do people like, what do people not like, what's working, what's not. It's the what's the term they use for the crowd of people that usually watch the movie first time and they get opinions, or commercials and get opinions? I can't think of that
Your
term.
test audience?
A test audience, but I think there's another. You're right, that is, but I think there's another term, and Mo will probably come up with it for nothing. But yeah, basically a test audience. And
Mo has a comment.
Yep. Watch the beginning of the video. We did pull up Crom.
True.
And And Nick says watching these are going to help me put together better campaign pages. And, one of the reasons that we tend to do this.
Yeah. Amanda's
yeah.
much more of a campaign expert. I'm basically, I pretty much know nothing. I know how to purchase what I want.
Well, that's pretty much all it is.
So-
I know what I like and I know what, like if I'm looking at something and I'm trying to read it and trying to understand it, and I consider myself fairly intelligent, well, some people will question that. Some people probably right in
Oh,
this
I doubt
chat.
that.
But if I'm not understanding what you're trying to present to me, that's a problem.
Yeah. I mean, it could make or break whether or not you purchase it or not. So
yeah. And as we leave here, Get Over It points out the issue number 1 was on Kickstarter back in 2016, so April 7th, 2016. Well, actually, more than 2016, but that's okay. He did the first trade on Indiegogo May 4th in 2001, so there was a good number of years between the things. So yeah, he's been around it for a while. All right, so I think we'll end it here. What do you got going on with the next week?
This Friday night, we're all meeting up to do Uncorked. So
Oh, that
fairly
is this Friday.
intelligent, just completely oblivious.
Hey, I barely know
Point
my
taken, Cass. I didn't know either. I'm not on the up and up on my dictatorship.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. So, first Friday of the month, we do Uncorked. It's basically just the missus, myself, Lola, Flying Feline, and Fanta hanging out, looking at some current events, funny things, usually with a theme. We also look and make sausage dishes. So you do have a week if you guys have not entered that. Make a sausage dish. Any dish just has to have sausage in it. Put it on Twitter, hashtag it sausage uncorked. And then we look at the interesting mouth drooling entries and do a public poll in the chat to see who wins.
I need you to come in every time somebody asks me what I have going on, because I go, oh, just this Friday with Uncorked. You got like the hashtag and everything down. I'm going to need you on demand.
Well, I forgot that this Friday is Uncorked, so.
Fair enough.
Let's see. I think I just have the chat this coming Saturday. Nothing else going on. Yeah.
In a couple weeks, we'll be doing 80s music, an 80s music special. I'd like to, if Vanessa does ever like take a hiatus or needs the day off or whatever, hit us up and let us know. And you're more than welcome to come talk music.
Well, she does the hiatus once every month, but it's not on a set week. So I don't know really ahead of time until like the month before or the month of. And I'm not sure, we've already did the one for February, but of course February's over. I'm not sure what we're doing for March.
Okay.
So Get Over It's pointing out, sign up for Vigilantes Creed and the first 100 get a Corey Barton trading card. I'm not sure who or what Vigilantes Creed is. So if you happen to have, oh, there you are.
Thank you, Mo.
Yeah. Mo's putting the link. Feel free to check that out. Sign up. As you know, signups cost nothing. And then when it launches, you can take a look at it. And usually by sign up, they give you either special perks that could be money off, or it could be extra little trading cards that they'll stick in when you back. Of course, it is dependent upon the fact that you back. But even if you back it or don't, it doesn't hurt to give out your email address unless you're pretty what do you want to call it, hold to the sleeve about your email address. Chat sideline of me. So we have crazy methods like Amanda, crazy, but this is the one that got me sidetracked. Put your sausage on Twitter and have your meat uncorked. And on that note, have a good night, guys. We'll see you guys in the chat, out and about, and around.
Out and about.
Out and about. All right. Later, guys. Bye.